okay? I'm hoping everyone can hear us okay. No,
I can hear you
just fine.
I hear you just fine. You're right next to me.
So many crazy people in this group right now. We're making sure.
Deb,
Doing audio
we saw
checks.
the Odyssey recently.
Hold on. We gotta make sure. Audio checks. Check.
You think someone's gonna?
Maybe. I don't know. It says we have a couple of viewers.
Yeah, one of them's me on my phone.
Oh, damn it, Francis. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and start then. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Trusty. Deb. Thanks, Boris. And I am joined by...
Jason.
Yes.
I'm her husband.
Wow. Now...
Husband, Jason.
/ friend. Apparently, based on the description of this video.
No, I took it away.
Oh. Well.
I made it annoyingly, needlessly annoying friends because you guys wouldn't let me define Jason as a friend because he's my husband, but not my friend, apparently.
Look, I don't understand how relationships work.
Anyways, we're also joined by Francis. Hello, Francis.
Hello, stream.
Hello.
And Deb and Jason.
Okay, so we watched the Odyssey last night in the middle of the rainstorm and everything else, and yeah.
I feel like that was just thematically appropriate.
It was actually because there was lots of thunder.
Lots of
Zeus and thunder, which was very nice. But it was raining a lot in Iowa. We have no plan on how to exactly talk about this, except that I have lots of thoughts, as someone who has a PhD in classics probably would. And then I'm surrounded by two lovely people who... Have you guys even read the Odyssey?
No. I thought it was something that you do read in, like, high school or something, but I never read it.
I don't remember reading, like, the book version, but like I told you before the stream, I was in a weird... It wasn't quite community theater, but it was, like, not professional theater. Like, it was a bunch of us between the ages of, like, 10 and 18 that did a play version of the Odyssey that was... From what I remember, we did a lot of the things that happened in the...
You remember some of the events, some of the islands you went to?
Well, not by name. But, like, I remember the Cyclops.
Yeah.
We off stage got turned into pigs. Like, we all just got to hang out off stage for a little while.
Did you, like, squeal really loudly?
Yeah, I think we did, actually.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Wow, that's kind of terrifying to have a bunch of little kids.
Hey.
How old were you?
I don't remember, actually. It was before high school for me, but, like, there were up through high schoolers in the play.
Okay.
I think I was probably, like, 10 or 12.
Wow.
It's kind of like a grown-up story, too, isn't it? Kind of like fucked up things happen in the
I mean, yes, but children in ancient Greece...
This seemed pretty tame to me.
Children in ancient Greece were, like, raised with this stuff, so...
That was one thing that I did want to ask. I was reading a little bit of, like, some of the content in the Odyssey. And I was like, I remember in the movie, I guess we'll be spoiling a little bit of the movie.
Oh, yes. We should say that from the front. We watched this. We're going to talk all about it. So spoiler alerts, I guess, but for the movie, but also for the 3,000-year-old story.
Yeah, I think if you've had 3,000 years to read a story, you just kind of
should probably read it by now.
Yeah, but he was like affected. Odysseus was affected by the war in a negative way. He didn't love war. And some of the stories in the book, it seemed like he was like, or like the way it was described was like he was kind of reveling. It was like kind of like a Conan kind of like about war, the way he thought about war, of crushing your enemies and
who? Ancient Greece version Odysseus or modern?
The ancient Greece.
The Christopher Nolan version.
The
Homer. Okay, so we're gonna have Homer, Odyssey, and Odysseus, and we have Nolan.
Yeah.
Odysseus. Okay. So, yes, this is, I think, the biggest change is the tone, motivation, morality
just try to, like,
behind
fit it with, like, modern day morality.
Yes, absolutely. So, Odysseus, like, in Homer feels, I don't think he ever shows any remorse for inventing the Trojan horse.
Or what about, like, war in general? Is he remorseful about killing people?
No, he just wants to go home, and he's just whiny and complaining about how he wants to go home all the time. Yeah. So it starts. Okay. So yes, that's the biggest change.
It's part of a different story. Right? Like Odyssey, the Odyssey is a part of the Iliad, and that's not.
No, the Odyssey. So okay. So the Odyssey and the Iliad are all part of what is called the epic cycle, and the epic cycle is 8 different epics.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I only ever knew about the Iliad.
Those are the only two that have survived in their original form.
Oh. So there are other ones that nobody's made Christopher Nolan movies about?
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah. I bet
There's money to be made.
Yeah, we'll get some AI movies for those the untold stories.
So the other 6 have not. We've lost them in their epic form, meaning their metrical form.
Oh.
So the Iliad and the Odyssey were both written down in meter, because they were spoken and sung.
Yeah. So you can kind of like know
So they're
exactly
2
what it
meter,
says.
which
Because
is
as Matt Damon told us, that's all that's going to be left after they broke the laws of Zeus.
yeah, you guys. That's a
Apparently we lose
great
the
one.
ability to write.
Which I do have a beef with this one too, because linear B is what, if we are in the time period that we think the Trojan War happened, then that's linear B, which dates to 1400 to 1200 BCE. Okay, and the only people that can write with that, and it's a written language. It's Greek. It's the script for Greek
It's like
at
the
that
earliest
time.
written language in that.
It's not the earliest written.
Of that area, probably.
We have linear A as well.
Oh,
That's why we
yeah,
called
that's
it.
Makes
funny,
sense.
yeah.
And we technically also have Cretan hieroglyphics that we don't really understand. But
Okay.
it doesn't matter. They all died out because only rich people used them to like keep
chisel
tallies
on
of all their
stone,
stuff.
yeah.
No, they're writing on clay. No, they're writing on clay.
Still got chisel.
You can't.
I guess
Nope,
you can like
it's a
write
stylus.
I don't know why we
It's a
get invited to
stylus.
these.
I don't know why either. Now this is coming crashing back to me as to why Anyways, no, it's fun.
Yeah,
I
well,
enjoy
so
it.
they were writing pretty much the way we would write now. They just write on like clay, like tablets.
Yes, and they wouldn't fire them intentionally.
What does that
They
mean?
would
They
they
would,
wouldn't
like,
put them in a
harden them
kiln
to
to
harden them?
like pottery.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that. Instead, they dry them out on the sun, and then they keep them, and they'd have their little file cabinet-y thing, and they'd be like, okay.
Oh, really? They had like a file.
Well, they
cabinet?
had like storage. They had an archive space.
I could see like you could. A file cabinet's kind of a simple thing. You
They
can
have an
make-
archive space,
yeah.
and then they have recycling, because what they would do is they'd be like, we don't need this anymore, and they throw it into a vat of water,
Oh.
Could you
and then
recycle
they,
clay
and then
as long as
soften
you
it
didn't
again,
fire
and mix
it?
it back up again, and yeah.
Feels
it's
like
like
not a great way to keep records.
Is that why they weren't
long-term
firing it?
records. Yes. So yes.
So they could recycle it later.
Yeah. So then, when they do actually get preserved, it's accidentally because their palaces burn
Oh
down.
yeah.
And so, because of the
What a
sea
sad
peoples,
way to have history preserved because they burned our palaces.
because the palace burned down. Well, maybe don't put giant vats of olive oil right next to in your house.
I do that now.
Yeah. Hold
Giant
on.
vats?
Well,
You're not supposed to put your house in completely.
Like,
olive
I'm
oil.
How much
talking
is
about,
giant? Oh,
like big.
Deb, if I had access to that much olive oil, I absolutely would.
I'd be in it right now.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
I'm anointing myself with oil.
So, but we were talking before. Like, the
Back to the Odyssey, guys.
Odyssey was
Focus.
we kind of like conformed Odysseus to look like kind of a 20th century morality.
Yes, a little bit. So yeah, all throughout this, he's like dealing with PTSD. Right?
Yeah, it's like trauma. He's like traumatized throughout, and he does not sound traumatized in those stories. He sounds like he's just like the Lamentations. He's into the lamentation part.
Crazy Jay's neighbor, I agree. The Mycenaeans were all destroyed by the Sea Peoples. We all saw this. The Sea Peoples are a real group of people, by the way.
What were they
I
referring
thought-
to when you
yeah,
said
I
that?
right?
thought Odysseus was the sea people.
Yeah,
That's what I
thought
said!
Oh, sorry. That's a
Guys!
big spoiler.
Odysseus and the Greeks are the Sea Peoples.
Well, what is the sea people? What are they referring to when they
The
say
Sea Peoples are this group of people that some people believe brought the fall of Bronze Age in the eastern part of the Mediterranean.
that?
Because
Like
the
fall
Egyptians
of-
talk about them, and the Egyptians call them the Sea Peoples, the people from the sea that are coming and invading our area, which is why it can't be the Greeks, because
Wouldn't they have known?
yeah. Although there is some iconography in the Sea Peoples that have this hat that looks kind of like a hat that may be from Greece or Crete.
I love that this
I
is
know.
our surviving identifying
We
feature.
found a
I
hat.
found a hat. Well, no, that means the,
Never mind.
the
I cannot
Egyptians
make
like
this joke on
drew
your
a
stream.
hat on
See,
them.
we've got hats now that might identify
The Egyptians
people for
drew
you.
a hat on
Yeah.
them. Okay, I'm done. Anyways,
Okay.
Sea Peoples.
So the sea people are they're like a catalyst for like the end of a great
It's
moment in
one
time
of
or
the
something.
many different ideas we have for why did the Bronze Age end.
Yeah.
I just assumed they ran out of bronze, to be honest with you.
I assume there
No.
was a
Because
war.
Well,
when I
actually-
play Civ 5, I often find all the bronze that I can get.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then I
once
move
you
on to the
and
next
you conquer
technology.
all those city-states, and then there's no more empires.
True. But bronze is actually really difficult to. Do you know that it's an alloy of 2 metals?
Ooh,
Which metals?
tin and something.
Copper.
Oh, yeah, tin and copper. There you go.
Copper, yeah.
So tin. You did it together. Good job.
I would not have thought. I mean, I probably eventually would have figured out copper from the color, but
Yeah,
And I know copper was like an early metal that they were like playing with.
right. So tin and copper mixed together make bronze. And tin needs to be shipped from like as far away as Afghanistan.
wow.
And so they're very dependent on these 2 metals and they're using them because they have a lower smelting point than iron needs. And so for that reason their technology is limited. They don't have that high kiln, that high furnace
Oh,
temperature.
they can't make it.
They can't make it yet. And so the Greeks are using bronze because of that. But the sea peoples maybe do it, or some other thing where the trade routes get dismantled, basically, in the Eastern Mediterranean.
I know what he's describing. In the movie,
Yes,
like,
exactly.
There'll be
Trade
trade,
routes.
and then there'll be the end of
No
the...
trade. Yeah, that's exactly what happens
Yeah.
to the Greeks, or the Mycenaeans at that time. Is
Well, so
that
the trade routes just don't get used, or they get...
no, they get like messed up, and so they
Like
can't get
war.
bronze. They can't get their pretty metals. They can't. The elites can't basically show off.
The elites.
I have a potentially real dumb question, but I need to clarify because I'm getting lost. Mycenaeans,
Mycenaeans.
Greeks of the time-ish, or totally different group?
They are Greeks of that time.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
in the
making
Bronze
sure.
Age.
That's what I thought.
Mainland Greece.
Okay.
We also had the Minoans who were in Crete, but they were a little bit before, and then the Mycenaeans come down to Crete and like take over
Why have I
a
heard
little bit.
Minoans?
Is
They
it
get
just
mentioned
Mycenaean?
in the
I
movie?
don't know. We maybe mentioned it in
Oh, from
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. That would
It's
be the
been a
only way
long
I would
time,
know
guys.
for sure.
It's been a really Ancient Apocalypse for real. So yeah, it's like this. So that's the bronze. Yeah, and I honestly went into this movie being like, cool, this is all gonna be mythological, and then they brought in a whole lot of stuff that was like,
Historical.
wait, that like, are you actually making a historical argument here? Because like, okay, he says at the end, Odysseus says at the end, right, that people aren't going to be able to write anymore, and so this is why they're telling stories this way. Why they're singing stories.
This
But they've been
question
like
is not in
telling
the book.
stories orally for like a
Yeah.
while, probably for a really long time, even in the Mycenaean period, because in the Mycenaean period we even have like a fresco painting from Pylos that has a bard singing, or at least we think it's a bard singing.
Well,
It's not a story.
and this could have been just my take on what he was saying, but it sounded to me not like he was saying like, oh, things are gonna have to be sung now, but things will only be sung about now because
Because
no
there's
one
no
else.
Because
one.
there's no
Everyone
one
who's
else.
he made it to me. It sounded like
We
he was
went
like
straight
the
to
only
the
people who
end.
know how to write are gonna be on this boat with
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it sounded like.
Yeah,
We went straight to
they're
the
all
end.
Yeah,
all the
sorry.
people who agreed to write it gonna die. Like, is that how? I mean, I guess like that could have happened.
I mean, like
Technically,
his
it
wife
did
name
happen. Like,
Penelope?
people-
Penelope.
like
We
what
just
she was
lost
saying. She's like, take the brightest crew, and apparently those were all the writers.
And let's just
Yeah,
sail
that's
west.
right.
And let's just sail west.
And in some ways, it did happen because like we don't know how to read and write some languages in Greek, right? So that it did get lost.
I don't know how to read and write in English.
Their language got lost in some way, so they did only like say.
So we have not translated Linear A,
Yeah.
but we have been able to translate Linear B.
Is
It
it all
is
inclusive?
Greek. It
Okay,
is
I gotta
Greek.
ask, what's with those names?
Yeah, what's linear?
It is written
So
linearly.
linear.
Like,
It's written on lines.
As opposed to when you write things like a cobweb, just like
Go
everywhere.
to. Hold on. I gotta get a Linear B. And we're gonna go to this one and make sure that everyone's still not muted. No, we're good. All right, Linear B. Linear B. Images. Images. There we go. Like this one. So this one here or this one.
oh, they've got like a little steno notebook. Stuff.
Yeah, basically. So it's written in lines,
Okay.
right?
Are there
And
multiple tablets that fill out the linear B alphabet or whatever?
are there multiple? So it is a syllabary, which means that it makes noises like ka, ba,
Right. So the
ta.
way Japanese think, I think is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Cause, well, yeah, hiragana and katakana are all
Right,
syllabic.
syllabic, yeah.
So there's a. Oof, That's a really zoomed in version. So yeah, and on top of it, it has these
Looks like they're
dashes
doing
marks.
math.
They actually are. So this is tallies.
Oh,
So
I was
this-
joking.
Yeah, they wrote
This
it
is
out.
literally like they're just receipts and tallies saying how much they have or how much they gave or how much they did stuff with. And so it's also got ideograms in it. Like I think this one over here, I think if I remember right, is a goat or something.
Oh, just like a picture
Yeah.
of what they're describing.
Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll have an image of it. Let me find the one with the tripod. Yeah. So these like symbols, and then they also have.
Them up and describing like a pot or a
Yeah. Let me find the one with the tripod because that's the coolest one. And I also agree because I like tripods, and so that's the tripod ideogram, right? And this is how it got deciphered. Actually, it got deciphered. Sorry, guys, website. We're just gonna highlight you. It got deciphered this way. There's the ideogram for the tripod here, and then the guy that ended up deciphering it, his name is Michael Ventris. He went into he figured out that every time this symbol happens, that these symbols happen as well.
oh.
So
Pattern, yeah.
there's a pattern, right? And because so it's an ideogram, and then this is Ti-ri-po.
Tigripo.
Ti-ri-po, which means
Someone got
3 feet.
repossessed. Oh.
3 feet. 3 feet.
Thought they took
T,
their- thought they
three,
took their
Oh,
stuff
and
back.
like the notches are like the.
tree. Oh, we're frozen. Oh, how did we get
no.
frozen? Man, I gotta. Oh no. Oh no.
It'll never come back.
Well, we're. Oh man.
Oh, we're zooming now.
Oh man. We'll
Twitching
come
now.
back. We'll come back. Hold on. Give us just a sec. Why are we frozen? I'm going to restart it.
Hey, it worked.
Okay, we're back. Sorry.
I was going to try to stay still for as long as
Jeez.
possible to freak them out.
Tech has not improved much from my classes. Thank you, Crazy Jay. No, it has not. Tech is always still bad. All right, we're back. Good? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to this. Back to our
That's how we
lesson.
froze.
Yeah, this is how we messed it up before.
No, it's going to work this time, damn it.
Okay.
Anyways, so this is a tripod.
And they were figuring out the patterns.
Ti-ri-po and Ti-ri-po, that means three-legged thing.
Mm.
So the guy was like, oh my God, this is Greek. This is not just some weird language that we don't understand. And so then he figured it all out from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
I mean, it's like, it's almost like code breaking, right? And like you kind of like cipher and.
You just need enough samples, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't have enough until like 1950 when they found Pylos, which is also in this movie.
Where did
It's
they go?
in Odyssey. You guys were not paying. It's the temple that they go to.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because that's where they're going to intercept.
Which was the
Lemon.
Oh,
This
that,
is
yeah.
another part where I have an issue. Okay.
Okay.
So-
Hold on, real quick, for everyone
Yes.
watching. Deb, how many pages of notes do you think you took during this? Oh, you've got them right there.
Okay, I've seen it
dozens?
twice. I've seen it twice. I've seen it twice now.
Mhm.
So the first time I went, I took this many pages of
Oh, people are gonna like pause it and see
notes.
exactly what you wrote.
No, they're not.
Yeah, again.
That's a lot of notes.
that your credit card information is
Oh
on
no,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
socials on
Look.
here.
Yeah. Anyways, so, and then the second time I went, I took. These aren't my notes. I only took No, that's not my notes. That's not my notes. That's not my notes. That's not my notes.
Anyway, she took a lot of notes.
It was interesting watching the movie, and then every once in a while, people watching be like, and what happened?
I took a lot.
Someone saw something.
Two. I only took like 3 pages.
I honestly feel like you should just walk us through.
4.
Like, well,
4.
hold on. So you didn't.
4.
You had an issue with Pilos? Is that what you were about to say?
Yeah. Okay. So let's just start the stream all over, I suppose, and
We'll
just
start
say
from the
like,
beginning.
what did you guys rate it?
I liked it. I thought it was a great epic. What it should have been.
I mean, yeah. So again, comparing with 10-year-old me's vague remembering of what might have happened in the Odyssey, like I don't know. I thought it was good. I've told you of like there are a few parts that I thought were real weird, like Scylla.
Yes.
But
Scylla's
for
good.
me, as someone who didn't know very much about the Odyssey, like I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I also, as a sign of me getting older, thought it was too loud.
It's a little loud in the theater.
It really was. Like, and I work with a bunch of audiologists, and I think they would agree with me that there were like dangerous levels of sound pressure.
Dangerous.
I really think so. Like, I think if you watch that movie a bunch of times, you would damage your hearing.
I agree. I think there should be a lawsuit.
I didn't say that.
It's a class action
For
lawsuit
Nolan's
against
lawyers
Nolan.
who are end up
Yeah.
watching this
The
someday.
IMAX class action lawsuit.
But no, I actually, like, I really enjoyed it. And going into it, knowing that it was almost 3 hours long, I was like, am I really going to be able to sit through this? Because I don't go to the movies anymore. Like,
Yeah.
since COVID, I've gone to, like, 1 movie.
Wow. Thanks
But
for going to this one.
But it was actually really cool. Like, I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't notice how, like, it didn't feel 3 hours. It kept moving. I mean, Nolan has a way of, like, filming things that always just kind of feel like everything just keep moving because, like, the scenes don't last very long.
Yeah.
And even when they do, they're kind of busy. Things are happening, like, in the scene. And then every once in a while, there's, like, a long dialogue that kind of, like, slows it down. But it always just comes back and, like, there's all they're moving around different parts of the time.
I was a little confused, and we talked about this. Like, he never killed his father and had sex with his mom.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
The weirdest take on
I was like hoping that there's gonna be
Deb's gonna kill us.
a really weird incest scene at the end.
Oedipus. That's Oedipus. And he didn't
Imagine
do it
my
on
surprise.
purpose. He didn't sleep with his mom and kill his dad on purpose.
I didn't say he did it on purpose.
No,
I said I
he was
expected
gonna
it to
do
happen.
it.
No, that was the whole point. He didn't know it was his mom by the time he came back.
I didn't think it was like his thing.
But I was also a little surprised. Like, I thought Odysseus was going to be defeated because someone would discover his weakness was like a muscle in his lower leg or something, or a tendon of some kind.
This just really has no characteristic to him, really, does he? He doesn't have like a thing that's like people know about his. Like,
He's
what's his like thing he's known for? Really,
He's smart.
He's crafty. He's smart.
He's wicked smart.
So, and this is the
Did
thing.
he-
So I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
Okay.
good. I was expecting you to give it lower just because I assumed there would be enough wrong with it that you'd be mad.
No, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very, really good, and did try to like stick as much as it could possibly to the source material as I think it could. So 9 out of 10 is where I think I originally like gave it a 9.5, and then the more I thought about it, I was like,
Oh, man, I
no,
lost
not
5
so much.
The characteristic thing about Odysseus is
Yes.
the one guy that survives.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess they're right. Yeah.
Thank you,
He's
Crazy
the
Rich.
Odyssey. Yeah, like he's like a metaphor for a survivor, really.
But, and here's what's great, is that the story that he tells in the Odyssey, in Homer's Odyssey, he's the one that tells, he's the only one that tells it. Like,
I guess
He's
he
so-
no
would.
one else
I
survives.
was gonna say, I
and
guess
so,
he would have to be.
Like,
Yeah.
of course he's going to make it, like this
he's
is
the
the
hero.
tricky part. Like,
Unreliable
is he telling
narrator.
the truth? Because that's the other thing about him, is that he lies a lot.
In the story,
In the story, he lies a lot.
I bet he ate.
What is he
I
like?
bet
He's
he
very
ate a couple
tricky. He's
sailors.
untrustworthy.
I guess
he
like the
can't.
Trojan horse is a lie. In
Yes,
a sense.
exactly.
Like a deception.
Exactly.
So he's a deceptive person.
He's a deceptive person, and this is where we get the saying, "Don't trust Greek-sparing gifts,"
Oh, because of the
Trojan horse. And this actually is a quote from Virgil's Aeneid, and Virgil is a Roman. And Romans enslaved a lot of Greeks at one point and had them be their like tutors and accountants and everything else. And yes, I know.
Weird.
But that was the thing, is that they're smart, but you have to be careful how much you trust them,
Because they can give you a Trojan
because
horse
they
one day.
can go over your
Trojan
heads.
horse your ass.
And so
Right under your computer.
Right on your computer.
Aeneid is written by Virgil, who's a Roman, and he has Aeneas basically following in Odysseus's footsteps, trying to get to what will be his future home, Aeneas's future home. And he keeps, like, picking up, like, Odysseus's messes, basically. He's like, oh, you got left behind by Odysseus? Well, you can join our club. Oh, this happened with Odysseus? Well, we're going to do it better.
Huh.
This is like Roman propaganda to make the Greeks look like,
yes.
Look at how they fucked up everything. Came and fucked everything up. We got to clean it up for them.
We got to clean it up. Our guys are better. Look how nicer we are. You should join us, not the Greeks. Greeks are terrible. Romans are great.
Yeah, Romans are great.
It's absolutely Roman
So,
propaganda.
Romans never did anything wrong.
Yes, Romans hated Odysseus as a character. Like, they do not like him. He's very untrustworthy. He's
Well, why adopt him into your mythology if you
because
hate them?
he's a Greek, so make the
So
Greeks
you
look
gotta
bad.
appeal to
Make the Greeks look bad.
You want to do the propaganda part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're so much better. And so it wasn't a good thing to be crafty and cunning, but that's what Odysseus is known for, is for being crafty and cunning.
But even in the story itself, he's supposed to be a deceptive person, not just the propaganda later Roman part. He's supposed to be a deceptive person.
Right.
In the story.
Yes.
In the canon.
Yes. And it's unclear if it's, like, for any good purpose, as opposed to what Nolan does, which is makes him out to be
like he's wounded by it.
That his tricks have like caused irreparable damage, and he feels bad about it. And so this is why.
Are the other stories supposed to also be him lying to people? Because is he lying to the Cyclops?
Yeah, he lies to the Cyclops. God damn it, we froze again.
Oh, God damn it.
We'll be back. What is wrong with this stuff, man? All right, we'll be back, guys. Sorry.